Hello and good morning, it's Phil, and inside the car is Heather, and we are here at Harrison Bay State Park. It is really cold. It's 28 degrees this morning Fahrenheit. That's a little bit below zero for you Celsius folks, and crazy. Last time I was on the channel I was doing beach volleyball photography and I was wearing shorts, and today it is frigid cold and we are at Harrison Bay State Park. We're going to drive around Harrison Bay State Park in the Hyundai Sonata Safari vehicle and see what kind of birds we can make photos of today. We don't want to spend too much time out of the car because it's really cold, but hopefully we'll find something and share that with you. It snowed the night before last. I really wanted to get out yesterday morning and do snow photography, but I had to work. So this is the first time I've done photography since the snow. So maybe we'll catch a bird on what's left of the snow, but really the goal is just to get a bird at all. So we're going to get started right now. Okay, I'm going to interrupt this video just for a moment and tell you about something that happened. Heather was shooting with the Nikon Z50, the FTZ adapter, and the 200 to 500, which is a combination that yields really sharp photographs. I was shooting with the Canon R6, the 1.4 teleconverter, and the 800 f11, which you would think, man, that's not going to yield sharp photographs, but I've had really good luck with it in the weeks leading up to the making of this video. But on this particular cold morning, we really struggled, both of us, to get sharp photographs, and we couldn't figure out why, but we just kept on working, and eventually we did get some decent shots, enough to put this video together. But when we got home, we were talking about it, and then I remembered a video that I had watched by the brilliant Steve Perry, and he and his wife were out making photographs, and from a warm car, just like Heather and I were, hanging their cameras out the window into very cold temperatures, just like Heather and I were. And he figured out that we had the car set at like 72 degrees. So the 72 degree lens hood that was inside the car, hanging out the window into the sub-freezing temperatures, and there was heat distortion. The heat rising off of this lens hood and going in front of the lens element was causing the pictures to not be nice and sharp. And I'll put a link to his video at the end. I haven't done any testing on this. He did a lot, and it's a really fascinating video. But anyway, let's get back to our video today, and you can see why we were struggling so much when you watch Steve's video. The first place we went, which is often the first place I go when I come here, is Camping Area C, which is actually right over there. We're not in Camping Area C right now. And we rolled through, and gosh, it's so cold out here, and there's quite a few people camping over there, which was surprising to me. I mean, it wasn't full, but it certainly was not empty. And we were just about to roll out after rolling all the way through Camping Area C when I saw, just out of the corner of my eye, there's an osprey right there, Heather. Two of them right there. Anyway, just out of the corner of my eye, I saw it's fishing. I saw a red-headed woodpecker, and Heather and I must have taken 1,000 pictures of that thing because it was low on a tree. I mean, it was no higher than right here on a tree, and it flew to 2 or 3 other trees at about that same height, and we made a lot of pictures and a lot of video clips. So we'll show you that, and then we'll try to find those osprey if possible. They may have left the scene while I was finishing this clip. Here are some photographs of that red-headed woodpecker. This is my photograph, and I was using the 800 f11 and the 1.4 teleconverter for 1,120 millimeters. Here's Heather's shot. Really nice job here, and I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a little fuzzy feather right in the center of this bird's forehead, and it's noticeable in every single one of these pictures. Here is another one of Heather's photographs of the beautiful red-headed woodpecker. And here is one of my photographs of the red-headed woodpecker, and I made another shot in this exact same place, so we'll have 2 different poses from this spot. But in this second pose, you can really see the fuzzy feather sticking out on this beautiful red-headed woodpecker. And here is the last shot that we're sharing of the red-headed woodpecker, and I think we shot so long on the red-headed woodpecker that our lenses warmed up. Well, we found a robin, and then we found a bluebird, and I think we saw another red-headed woodpecker, I'm not sure. And then we also ran across some deer right here near the tennis courts. This is what happens when you have two people shooting out of the same side of the car. You get a lot of the same pictures. Here is my picture of the robin, and this is Heather's photograph of the robin. I think on the robin photographs I might like mine just a little bit better, but coming up are the Bluebird photos, and here is my photograph of the male eastern bluebird. And I'm not all that thrilled with this one. It just barely made the grade to be in the video, and I like Heather's photograph of the male eastern bluebird, located in the exact same position that my shot was. I like hers a little bit better. Right here in these, I guess these little pine tree things are junipers, and there were two ruby-crowned kinglets right here, which that's a bird I've been trying to get a photograph of all winter unsuccessfully. They're really, really tiny, and when they land someplace, they stay there for probably a half a second or less, and then they go to another place. So it's really hard to, you can see them, and all of a sudden they'll land on a perch that might be good to make a photograph, and you point your camera at it and get it in focus and fire, and when you fire, the bird is, leaving and out of focus. So it's really hard, and this is the first time that I've gotten a ruby-crowned kinglet photo all winter, and it's mid-March, so winter's almost over. About 3 or 4 years ago, I had some really great ruby-crowned kinglet photos that I made from a blind on my back porch of a kinglet just inches away from a suet feeder slightly out of frame. But I haven't had good photos of a ruby-crowned kinglet since then. Here's Heather's photograph. I like this the best of the 3 ruby-crowned kinglet photos that we're sharing. The first photo, I was kind of really up close to it, and this photo here was the one that made me say, okay, I finally have nailed this ruby-crowned kinglet, but there is motion blur or out of focus or something not just right about this one. Here is a yellow-rumped warbler that Heather photographed. She ran this one through gigapixel AI at a 1.5 magnification, and I think she made this photo while I was making a video clip. Well, we are continuing to work, and we've seen a few more things. We saw some deer and some other birds and a killdeer, which we got a little bit of photography done on the killdeer. It was in, it's the light's getting kind of harsh. Actually, the light's been harsh all day. And even though we've seen a number of birds, I don't know if any of these pictures have been really good just because the light has been so harsh. But it was fun to get out this morning, this very cold March morning. Here is the one deer photograph in the video, and it's a really up close photograph of a deer that Heather made. Cut the ears off a little bit, but we still think it's really cute. And then here are 3 killdeer photographs. It has a funny feather sticking up on its forehead as well. There's Heather's photograph, and here's mine. I went with a much warmer edit on mine than Heather did, and I think I probably like Heather's choice better. Maybe splitting the difference would be the right way. Who knows? But there are our killdeer pictures. Well, Heather has stayed in the car during all of the video clips today because it is cold out here, but I asked her to get out for just a minute, thank you, so we could say goodbye. We've had a nice morning here at Harrison Bay State Park, and we appreciate you joining us. We hope you like the content. If you do, a thumbs up is always appreciated. And as always, we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.